We're close to 12 months away from getting on the park, and now we're re-advertising. And something that we sort of alluded to a couple of weeks ago based on mail that I'd received at North Sydney Oval at one of our recent New South Wales Cup games was that Anthony De Segli, our inaugural CEO, who was a Peter Volandi's appointment and is clearly someone with a media executive background, clearly wanted to have their fingerprints on more than just the business side of the operation. And so there was friction and inertia between him and David Sharpe, probably to the point where David Sharpe has gone, I cannot work here anymore. So what does that mean for Mal going forward, given that he was a David Sharpe ally? And now is Anthony De Segli the one that's going to come in and ultimately make this appointment? And what does that mean for the stability up top between him and Mal Meninga, who is going to need to have a strong say on the strategic direction of the team and the recruitments that are made? Head of recruitment, by the way, being Dane Campbell, but any of the major decisions, they're signed off by Sharpe and Meninga, or they were signed off by Sharpe and Meninga. So now what does all that look like? And does that mean De Segli's going to have more power when it comes to football operations? This is someone, again, who does not have a background in rugby league whatsoever. He barely has a rugby league bone in his body. So if all of a sudden he's making football department related decisions, that's not good. That is not good for the health of the football team into the future. So losing Sharpe all of a sudden just throws into chaos the stability of the football department and how we run things in the front office, and it leaves you terrified at the result in the short term.
100%. Like I said, my biggest fear at the moment is what it looks like for the players like the Burtons, who might have all been unofficially thinking, okay, I'll go there. But with all this going on, why would I? I'm heartbroken because looking at this team like we love so much and it's just imploding. Yes, I really hope that De Segli isn't going to be involving himself more in terms of that part, because that would be catastrophic. But it is interesting that he is
It's a big word, but it's hard to argue. It's hard to argue with you. And there are a lot of Bears fans when this news kind of surfaced a couple of weeks ago saying, storm in a teacup, it doesn't matter. Well, I'm sorry, but like this is something that we need to be worried about, genuinely. And we need to hold the club accountable as well, because it's not good enough to have this kind of stability already in the process. No, instability, I should say.
Yeah, 100%. Like you would think that they're grown enough to go, where can we meet in the middle? So clearly, I feel like it's just one of the parties, most likely, I'm not going to say who, just wasn't willing to come to the table. One person says, no, I'm in charge, let me be involved. Segli. But at the same time, I have heard things that Sharpe was trying to be a bit... I have heard that.
It's hard to entirely point the blame in one specific direction, but yeah, the fact that it was untenable makes this a major concern.
Yeah, they're grown men. They should have been mature enough to go, okay, let's sort something out. But clearly they couldn't.
Grown men, be that as it may, grown men with grown egos.
Yeah, I suppose. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, egos suck.
And it didn't work out. So, I mean, watch this space, because that appointment is crucial. Where has that person come from? Who is their ally? Who are they aligned with? That's all going to speak volumes about the direction of the football operations and strategy moving forward.